Welcome to The Buzz, where we bring you leaders in dental education, discussing hot topic courses and industry trends. I'm your host, Vanessa Emerson, founder of Dental Speakers Bureau, and today I'm interviewing Sandy Baird. Welcome, Sandy.
Well, thank you, Vanessa. It's a pleasure to be here.
Glad you're here. Now, Sandy not only has earned a master's in business administration, but she also has over 35 years of hands-on dental management experience, and she's married to a dentist and has worked practically every job in the dental practice. Now, I've asked Sandy today to talk with us about her course, which is entitled Embezzlement in the Dental Office, It Could Happen to You. Sandy, let's get started by, let me ask you, I believe this is your most popular course. Do you have an idea why that might be?
Well, of course I do. I mean, nobody wants to be stolen from. Nobody wants this person they've hired that they trust and they've entrusted very sensitive information with to break that trust, to betray them, to steal from them. And it can amount to a substantial amount of money. I had one client who essentially lost from embezzlement 5 to 10 years of his retirement from this embezzlement scheme that had been going on for quite a long time in his practice. So it can be devastating, and the statistics are remarkable. 3 out of 5 dentists will know by the end of their practice that they will have been embezzled from. And this is from the American Dental Association. Those are the ones who will know it. There's a whole nother level who never, ever know it. So it easily could be 4 out of 5 that are being embezzled. And small businesses such as dentistry, they're the prime target. In fact, a couple of years ago, I went online and I was Googling how to embezzle, because I wanted to see what was out there. And I brought up Embezzlement 101. It was a virtual book, an online book, and the very first couple of sentences said, "So you've decided to steal from your employer. The most important thing is you need to choose a very small business, preferably less than 30, 20 employees, because that's your best chance." And small businesses, according to the Academy of Certified Fraud Investigators, small businesses lose twice as much as large businesses, relatively speaking, from fraud.
Well, that's really, it's heartbreaking, and it's such an important topic, clearly. And so I think what's inherent in there is that attendees are attending because they don't want that to happen to them. So help us know a little bit about what is covered in this course.
Well, I really touch on 8 questions. What it is exactly, because embezzlement is kind of a niche fraud. And who does it? The profile. We profile the typical dental embezzler, so you kind of know what that person looks like. Then we cover all the red flags, most of the red flags that have been established through research over years and years to indicate that something might be amiss. I also cover how to prevent it. We cover lots of ways to prevent it, how it happens. I talk about the ways that have happened in the past, but you know what? Every day there's a new way being created. It's really dependent on the imagination of the embezzler. So it's a challenge beyond. I mean, it really is a huge challenge to constantly keep up with these embezzlers.
Oh, I bet. And it is such an important topic, especially for practice owners. So is the typical attendee the dentist, maybe dentist and spouse?
Only dentist, because I show them some ways that it's been done. So I certainly don't want to teach anyone how to commit fraud, but it is very important that the dentists see how elusive it is and how creative these people can be and how invisible it can happen. It really, I'm never fail to be surprised at how, when the dentist, when I start talking about how it's done, how they all of a sudden they're just going, "You're kidding me." No, I thought the same thing.
Yeah. Now, Sandy, is this a partial day course, a couple of hours, or give us a little idea of the format and the length?
Typically about 3 hours, I think, is a real fair period, and that encompasses some activities like who is performing certain roles in your practice, because there's this checks and balances of division of labor that can really help prevent it. But in a small practice, it's very challenging to find enough employees to establish these checks and balances. So in dentistry, you have to be creative about how to make that happen. So I help the dentist kind of look at their situation in their practice. Who's doing it? If they go down the list and they see the same person is doing it the whole way down, then they know what to do when they get back to their practice. They have these duties. They can start delegating things right there. So I give them something to take to their practice to use. And I think
that's great. So that's great. So it's kind of a workshop environment there. It sounds like some interaction. Now, is there anything else that we haven't talked about with this course? So it would be important for the meeting planner to know around bringing you to speak for them on this topic of embezzlement.
I think the most important thing is dentist only. That's something I just have to stick to. Dentist only. And size is not an issue. No, I just don't think there is anything else that I can think of.
Well, I think you've done a good job of covering it and really helping us understand the importance of this topic. So, well, there you have it. So that's Sandy's course, Embezzlement in the Dental Office. It could happen to you. And if you'd like more information on bringing her to speak on this topic or any of her other course topics, then please visit dentalspeakersbureau.com, where you'll find Sandy Baird listed. You'll find her contact information there, or you can reach out to us at info@dentalspeakersbureau.com, and I'd be happy to connect you. So until next time, thanks so much for tuning in, and be well.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you.